Chapter 3: Spiritual Warfare or Spiritual Love. Goddess Protection Song on YouTube.com. The link will be provided on comment section if you want to see content of this wonderful song. Thanks, love. Winky face. Good morning, star, and happy June 5th day. It is a very sacred special day that only happens once in a lifetime because once this gift day of life is over, it is lost forever. So, enjoy this day while you can and be amazed with all the beauty life has to offer you on this special day. When June 5th dies and June 6th is born, this is the ever-repeating cycle of life and death nature has on our earth. That is why I treasure each day as if it is my last and tell everyone I meet that I love them, because that is the last words I want them to remember me by. You know what, Star? Every day lived is a sacred day for me, and just between you and me, I wish you could see how I drink a simple, ordinary bottle of water. I drink it with complete joy and ecstasy, my dear. People are amazed watching me quenching my thirst when they ask me, "Is this how you drink water every day?" Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I drink like this each day to remind me how this beautiful, sacred liquid nectar of life brings me so much joy to be alive. This is my religion, Star. This is my life. Well, my love, as we start our third chapter together in this pen pal book I'm writing you, I wanted to share this beautiful Wicca-themed chant protection song that gives people a peek of what my religion is all about. The love of a mother protecting her children, the love of her children protecting our earth. There is no hate, animosity, greed, or jealousy of any kind, just love. I wanted to share this song we have about life and how precious it is to be here with you. Even if it is just a moment of time, a blink of an eye to be with you, that means the world to me. I hope this song I shared with you gives you comfort of our humanity and not the monster you feared in your head. In this chapter, I'm going to concentrate on how spiritual love can overcome spiritual warfare some people engage in to attack people of different faiths. I'm not saying that these people are evil, but they certainly seem misinformed to me. That's why I respond to articles and videos on a daily basis to address misconceptions, hysteria, fear, and demonization of witches some people have towards us. This is part of my battle I face every day as a fully ordained high priestess, which from the great country of Canada that was kind enough to help me attain my clergy status. So, if any of you nice people need a wedding/hand fasting minister, or a minister to speak at a funeral, a spiritual advisor, or someone you just need to talk to, I'm the person for you, dear, and all my services are free. The way I'm going to work this chapter is provide a link on YouTube and a short description why I commented on their channel. I guess we can start off this chapter on a show titled X-Witch Reacts to Christians Celebrating Halloween, hosted by the ISN network of Christians that exist to glorify God. Unfortunately, this content they produce seems to demonize witchcraft and is so typical of Christian-themed shows where Jesus saved them from evil witchcraft. This is what I wrote in response of this episode they have for the public to see. X-Witch Reacts to Christians Celebrating Halloween, you can see on link that will be provided on the comment section of this video. All Hallows Eve, or Halloween, is the night before the celebration of All Saints' Day or All Souls' Day in some Christian religious cultures. It is a wonderful celebration referred to as Dias de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, that is held on November 2nd of each year. Some people are uneasy with this religious holiday because it seems macabre, but it is far from being depressive or unholy. It is a time for family members to remember their loved ones that passed away and to keep their memory alive. Not only for themselves, but for their siblings, children, grandchildren, and family members to treasure. Halloween has no satanic ties whatsoever from a Christian, pagan, or Wiccan religion. The problem Christians have with Halloween stems from two principles: the duality of good and evil from their religious beliefs, as well as their fear of pagans that celebrate the final fire harvest of the mid-fall solstice season, typically known as Samhain, which is held around October 31st. Since pagans do not worship God, Christians assume they worship Satan. This demonizes anyone that is not from a Christian faith, which can cause serious problems for Christians that attempt to understand people of other faiths. If you are a Christian and you isolate yourself from the world, the only information you will have about people of other faiths is what you make up in your head, as well as your assumptions that other religions believe in the devil. Most pagan religions believe in earth and nature, not God and the devil. However, there is duality in most pagan religions centering over a patron goddess and God referred to as the Lord and the Lady. It is this masculine and feminine divinity that complements each other in order to make creation possible in our natural world. Since All Saints' Day is held on November 1st of each year, and Halloween All Hallows' Eve is held the night before, Christians began to associate Halloween with evil. Since this is a nightly celebration happening in darkness the night before All Saints' Day that is celebrated during the day. This theme of fearing satanic darkness the night before the Holy All Saints' Day surfaced by Christian fears of witchcraft. And the assumption Satan will have an unholy night so close to a holy Christian Day celebration. Most pagans believe that Samhain is the night that has the thinnest veil between our world and the supernatural one. Since Christians believe any supernatural thing is demonic that is not from their Christian God, they fear the pagan concept of a supernatural world, even though it has nothing to do with their devil. I can't comment on this alleged ex-witch motives for sharing her story on your Christian channel. I can only share my experiences as a witch of what happened to me as I celebrate this holy Sabbath night with my family. We never feared this night because we enter it with perfect love and perfect trust as a family in our coven. Our rituals in our church we temporarily create in a circle are very family-friendly and filled with lots of love. We remember our loved ones that passed away. We write messages of love, hope, and renewal and burn it in our fire that would be similar to your prayers as we can start fresh for our new year. October 31st for us is equivalent to New Year celebration most of the world has on December 31st. So, it is a time of reflection, of remembrance, of honoring our loved ones that are not with us anymore, and a time to leave the bad things behind us so we can move on with the good things as we start our new year. There are no demons in our ceremony, no plotting against Christians either. Our Samhain Sabbath is all about realizing the preciousness of life and the importance of family as we give thanks for this amazing gift of life bestowed upon us while we are here. There is no fear or hate in our sacred celebration. Only love. That is why I am so hurt when I see an ex-witch claim to have demons attacking them on such a wonderful loving night our coven celebrates as a family. I don't know where these alleged witches get these demon attacks from, but that never happened in any of our rituals we held and never will. Because we are a loving family, we celebrate life, earth, and nature. We have no devil to fear because that is exclusively for the Christian religion that has nothing to do in a pagan one. I understand you will never know our religion. All I can do is reassure you that we are practicing a faith we believe in, and our goal is to celebrate life, not to demonize people of other faiths. I'm terribly sorry Halloween/Samhain scares you, but take comfort in knowing that your God loves you dearly, and pagans have no ill towards you in any way. We have no devil to fear. That is why this night is so special to us, as we celebrate it as a family. The only thing that concerns me about Samhain night is Christians' fear of Halloween turning into hysteria that can endanger the lives of witches and their families. Don't let your fear of people from other faiths cause harm to them, and please refrain from isolating yourself with people of different faiths. Regardless of our beliefs, we are all human, and it is time for us to see the person behind the religion we are from. I'm here for you, and if you need me, you can message me on my YouTube channel if you have any concerns, want to just say hi, or need a friend to talk to. I would be so happy to hear from you, my love. Good afternoon, my beautiful kidnapped sister of Christ. Hehe. I am so honored to share this sacred day of June 6th, 2024, that is only going to happen once in this entire universe before this day dies, like it did on the sacred day of June 5th. May I have the honor of your company as we celebrate this special opportunity to make this the best day of our life while we are here? Do you see this might be a repeating theme of mine brewing sacred days that are a constant reminder how precious life is and how important it is to live it well? Hee hee. I could swear this could be witchcraft from a grateful witch that is so thankful to spend such precious time with you, my dear. Anyway, shall we get on with the next spiritual love battle I had last night to try and help out a dear new witch and their concerns about how to be a Christian witch? Can you be a Christian witch? How to deal with spiritual guilt on your journey from the Mindful Mage on YouTube.com. I am Katuda 9512. 2 years ago, I was sent this link from someone who believes you can be a Christian witch, and I have a few questions. 1. What's the difference between being a witch and a Christian witch? 2. What's the difference between being a Christian and a Christian witch? 3. What's the difference between a white witch and Christian witch? My assumptions are they should hold different attributes, maybe have different intentions, beliefs, powers, so it would be interesting to know how these compare. Shadow Fire Witch 1. Sorry for the late answer to your questions, my dear, but I will try to answer them as best as I can. Your first question is an easy one for me to answer, and it involves what you have to give up in order to be a witch. Absolutely nothing, my love. You keep being the same lovable person you were before. If someone tells you have to give something up to be a witch or a Christian, they are lying and trying to manipulate you. There is no shame in trying to find out who you are, and if you find out witchcraft is not for you, that is perfectly fine to leave it. Regardless if you are a witch or not, I will always support you and love you unconditionally. All that I ask is that you do not harm anyone regardless of what you choose in life. There are so many versions of witchcraft, and even more versions of Christian witchcraft. Remember, witchcraft is not a religion. It is an extension of you will to use your supernatural gifts for good. Like a singer with a beautiful harmonic voice, there are many music genres she or he can sing, like gospel, pop, rock, country, alternative, and the list goes on. I have many gifts of divination, healing, high ceremonial magic, folk magic, astral projection, mediumship, scrying, and circle casting. Since 90% of my witchcraft is not associated with religion, I don't follow any particular religious branch in my witchcraft. My advice to you is to practice only what you are comfortable with. If you are a solitary practitioner of magic, you do not have to follow any lineage traditions while you engage in your private practice. All that I ask is that you do not use magic to harm anyone and to treat all life forces around you and within you with care and respect. I don't deal with demons or evil souls because they are not welcome in my private sacred space. I shield and ground myself and enter my circle in perfect love and perfect trust. I fight with love and will kill my enemies with kindness, love them to death, and hug them for eternity. No demon in the world wants to be hugged by me, haha, because I will never let them go. The biggest problems I see with a new witch that has a Christian background is the guilt and fear they have from their Christian beliefs they were conditioned to believe about the supernatural world around them. Be yourself, harm none. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Forgive and love the people around you, including your beautiful self, and you will be at peace, my dear. Hope this helps out, and sorry for the delayed response, my love. Okay, starts Friday, June 7th at 3:27 a.m., which means I still need to learn how to sleep hot. Anyway, my dear, yesterday was such a busy day for me. I mostly spent my time on Mindful Mage YouTube site multitasking while working on my projects, which is impossible for me to do since I'm terrible at multitasking, haha. Mindful Mage is a dear sweet person I have enjoyed watching on YouTube, since she is a very educated young Christian which that takes care in explaining her viewpoints and lessons to her audiences. She receives many compliments and much support, but there are fundamental Christians that mean well, I suppose, that causes problems. As a result, she was getting frustrated with the term, "You can't serve two masters, Christian witches don't exist. You're all deluded and heading straight to hell. The Lord Jesus is going to end your evil, repent now, and many other loving terms of burning in hell, suffer a witch not to live, and an abomination to the Lord. I responded to around 30 different concerns that was brought up in the comment section on her YouTube channel, mostly centering around people that were concerned, confused, angry, and passionate about not mixing Christianity with anything else. Normally, I don't respond to these types of people, but I felt like I needed to so I can get closure for myself how these people have tormented me over the years with their beliefs. Ugh. I really don't mind the differences, but it's kind of hard to say I don't exist because I do not worship God like a fundamental Christian does. Well, I want to share with you a few responses I had on her site just to give you a glimpse of the hell, pun intended, I put up with from the people that hate our guts, haha. It's really intense and draining, but I am fighting spiritual warfare with as much love as I can, but I do get frustrated like my witchy friend Mindful Mage got with people. I just want you to see how a fully ordained, which deals with religious issues on a daily basis. Officially Estella, 1 month ago, tell me the meaning of a Christian. Can you really answer it? Do you follow God's commands? Think about Jesus daily? Read the Bible? Have you read the Bible enough to realize that God hates witchcraft and also hates people who call themselves Christians but actually aren't? Shadow Fire, which won the meaning of a Christian in my book, is one that is humble, loving, kind, accepting, and spiritually strong. Their faith is not so weak that they fear other people that are different than themselves, and their mission is not to force Jesus in a person's life as a condition to call them family. They see the human behind the religion they are from first and do not judge them even if they totally reject God completely. Since God loves me unconditionally, I love people unconditionally and want them to know I am there for them if needed. A Christian never demonizes a person, shun them, look down upon them because they worship God differently than they do, and they certainly do not discourage a person from developing a relationship with Christ. A Christian does not find every excuse in the book to exclude a person from Christianity or have a saying you can't be a Christian if you fill in the blank mentality. A Christian is a human being that constantly fails and makes mistakes in life, but that is okay because we are not perfect. And as long as we want to have Christ in our life, that is the only thing that matters. Baby Bellamy 4589, you can't be a Christian and a witch at the same time. You need to choose either one. The Mindful Mage 4614 replied, maybe mind the business that pays you. Baby Bellamy? Shadow Fire Witch 1 to Baby Bellamy. Religion is not a competition. It is a cooperation from people of all faiths to feel safe and free to explore all the beautiful complexities of God above. Don't use your fear to coerce people into believing your absolute truths on life, because absolute truth is as diverse as the people that are around you, my love. It's not about choice that you're trying to force on people, it's about truth, as we search for our purpose in life with the people we have by our side searching for those answers too. My choice in life is to love you, Bellamy, regardless of who you love or hate. That is the beauty of unconditional love I hope you can learn about someday. Well, Star, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of my life while defending spiritual warfare with love. I can't believe how many people want us to burn in hell, are an abomination to the Lord, serving two masters, suffer not to live, don't exist because there is no such thing as a Christian witch. Satan's daughters, I guess I will leave you with the message I had for the Mindful Mage sister, which I had as I visited her site. I just want to give people love and support and hope that our religious differences are not seen as a threat to anyone. Here was my message to her as I visited her site, and my message to you, Star, that I hope you have a blessed night, happy dreams, and lots of love from your family. Take care, and see you laters. Shadow Firewitch, when I just came here to love and support you for all you do, and thank you for showing what true love really is. I responded to a lot of people's concerns in your comment section below because what they thought and said troubled me very deeply. I am a fully ordained Christian Wiccan shaman, which that is atheist-friendly, and what I have learned from all the blessed people I am so honored to have in my life is the comfort of knowing that, religious differences aside, we really aren't that different from each other. It's a real testament of faith and what true love is all about. Thanks for your love and wisdom in helping to restore people's hope for a better self and a better world for us to live in. Blessed be, sister. Well, sis, I'm going to end this chapter a little short because time is moving by so fast, and I'm unable to write to you every day as I originally planned. Sad face. Before I go, though, I feel like I need to summarize this chapter of our book for my own sanity, my love. Haha. Basically, this section was the chance for me to replace your spiritual warfare with spiritual love. I try to give you a few examples of the war I fight each and every day on the internet with some Christians that are hell-bent on demonizing people that are different than them or don't interpret the Bible the way they do. I left out the really mean and nasty comments some Christians made, as you can imagine, were not very pleasant. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing as a witch to show how beautiful love is compared to the hate and mistrust that are feeding these poor people's fear of witches. I don't mind if a person tells me to go to hell, but what bothers me the most is when people use religion to attempt to control my life by saying who I can love or who I can serve. I'm sorry, my dear, I can choose to love God or anyone else for that matter of my own free will. That is a God-given gift He gave for all of us to choose. I'm terribly sorry I don't worship our divine creator the same way you do, but please take comfort in knowing I have so much love I want to share with everyone I am blessed to have in my life. I just wonder, what happened to you, my love? How did you develop so much paranoia against witches? Did a witch attack you from your past, or did you develop this fear because you attack witches with prayer and are afraid they will attack you back? There are many Christians and witches that misunderstand the intention of the Wicca Rede to harm none. It is a guideline to show compassion, empathy, and respect to all the life forces that are around you and within you as well. It is the affirmation of the connection we all have with one another as a family, even though we are our own individual people living our own individual lives. Even though we are separate people, species, and living forces among non-living forces, we all are part of something bigger than ourselves and part of the same person, place, or thing that is around us and within us too. If I harm you, I am only harming myself because you are a part of me and I am a part of you. When you see the beautiful sacred right of each individual entity's right to live and exist in our world, you begin to see the sacred force of nature that we are all a part of. If you are a Christian and use prayers to harm a person, or if you are a witch that uses magic to harm someone, you both are giving into hate that will spiral you to your doom. You will always have to be looking over your shoulder, and your paranoia and mistrust of people will only grow. Because if you use supernatural means to harm someone, you will assume people will use supernatural means to harm you back. Spiritual warfare is a vicious cycle of violence that never ends until you see the human behind the monster you created in your head out of fear. I have so much peace and happiness in my life because I have so much love to give out to the beautiful world I am from. I hope and pray you can experience my love for just one day so you can see what it is like to be a pure being that evolved to the next level of humanity we so desperately need to survive and love one another unconditionally. Well, I'm sorry. I think I preached enough for one night, haha. But I sincerely hope you know how much I love you and want you to be as happy and blessed as I am while sharing my time with you, my love. Before I go, I have to say one thing in earnest. If you made a mistake attacking people with prayers, or if I made a mistake in preaching to you in any way that is offensive, we have to face the severe penalty right now. The penalty of giggling and hugging one another because it is all right to be human and make mistakes, my love. See you in the next chapter.